I'm recording.
Word or words that best complete the statements.
So let's go ahead and box word or words. Go ahead and read number 1, 2.
If two lines are cut by a transversal, so that alternate interior angles, supplementary, congruent, complementary, then the lines are parallel.
So alternate interior angles when two lines are parallel. What are they? As long as two lines are parallel, we know alternate interior angles are congruent. Sometimes there could be more than one answer. Kind of heads up on that. Okay, Sophia, let's read the instruction above number 5.
State the postulate or
Theorem, you're right.
state the postulate or theorem that justifies each conclusion.
So I'm giving to you that A is parallel to B. That's a given statement. So my statement should always say if two lines are parallel, then something. And typically, then something is either congruent to or supplement or supplementary. So my first one, it says angle 1 is congruent to angle 8. Let's start with the transversal. Get my two lines that are parallel by the given. So we have angle 1 is congruent to angle 8. So my statement is going to be, if two lines are parallel, then what is angle 1 and 8 called? Very good. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. Now within 5 to 9, there will be two no conclusions. Just heads up on that. All right, Luke, let's read the instruction above number 10.
State the postulate or theorem shorthand that allows you to conclude that J is parallel to A.
So it's saying I need to conclude. That's going to be my second statement. So that means we have something is congruent to or something is supplementary. So therefore, two lines are parallel. It's a converse of the previous. So I'm going to look at number 11. On number 11, highlight your transversal. And I know we're trying to conclude that J is parallel to K. And we know that because these two are what to each other? Supplementary. And they're called what kind of angles?
Same side.
Very good. What's another word for same side interior? Consecutive interior. So I'm going to write if same side interior angles are supplementary. Then two lines are parallel. All right, Kinsey, let's read the instruction above number 14.
Use the figure and the given information to determine which lines, if any, are parallel. Justify using a theorem or postulate.
So parallel, it's going to come at the second part. So we're looking at two lines are, or two angles are congruent. And then I have to state, therefore, or two angles are congruent, therefore two lines are parallel. So on this one, let's do number 14. On number 14, find angle 9 and put a dot. Find angle 16 and put a dot. Which transversal am I going to connect? D. So my lines that I'm looking at are going to be A is parallel to B. And specifically with the angles given, it says angle 9 is congruent to angle 16. So that means I'm basically hiding, where's my card? I'm ignoring transversal C. So what is 9 and 16 called? Very good. Exterior. So we know A is parallel to B. That's A, by the way. So let's write our if-then statement. If alternate exterior angles are congruent, then two lines are parallel. Okay, within this section, there will be one no conclusion. And let's go to number 20. Okay, how many givens are there? Okay, so it says given here and given here, but it also says to be careful. Let's see why that is the case. So thinking ahead, go to 9 and 6. Here's 9, here's 6. So who is my transversal for that piece? A. So then the two lines that I'm looking at is C is parallel to D. Is C being parallel to D the first given? No. And that's why it says be careful. But I won't do that to you on the test. Okay, the first given will be the first one given. So let's write our if-then statement. So we know 9 is parallel to 6, or not parallel, congruent to. So if I were to hide this, 9 and 6 is called alternate interior. The order does matter, so I want you to curly bracket 1 and 2 and state parallelism came first and then congruency. So I have to go in that order. If two lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles are congruent. So my statement number 3 has to be what? A is parallel to B. So if I'm looking at A is parallel to B, I have to either choose C or D. Will it matter which one I choose? What's the other angle on here that's used? I have to use 8 at some point. For me to use 8, I am going to hide the transversal D. So here's my 8. So we have angle 6 is congruent to angle 8. And again, the order does matter. So we have to mention parallelism first and then congruency. So let's fit that in. If two lines are parallel, what is 6 and 8 called? Very good. Then corresponding angles are congruent. And then what's our most often used property? Okay, let's see if that does make sense. Looking at statement number 2 and statement number 4. What's repeated? 6. So when I get rid of the 6, do I really have 9 and 8 remaining? Very good. So transitive property of congruence.